To the Champs-Elysees. To the Champs-Elysees. In the sun, in the rain, at noon or midnight, there is everything you want. To the Champs-Elysees. I was walking on the avenue, the heart open to the unknown. I wanted to say hello to anyone, and it was you. I told you anything. I just had to talk to you, to tame you. The Champs-Elysees in Paris is 1.25 miles, 2 kilometres of commercial shopping on a beautiful tree-lined boulevard with very wide pavements under the trees. The expensive department store with all the franchises inside of different mode fashion products. And quite famously, Louis Vuitton across the road from there. The Champs-Elysees stretches from Place de Concord, that obelisk with the gold pyramid on top, to Paris's Arc de Triomphe, the Arc de Triomphe, and the notorious roundabout. Not directly touted from this busy intersection, but you can get the opportunity to drive a Ferrari and have your photograph taken with the car against the backdrop of the Triumphal Arch. The biggest and the best. And in the rain, noon or midnight, there's everything you want. We didn't even think to kiss. There was so much shopping to be had, you see. Louis Vuitton at the moment, and it's worth going to see. I thought it was a postmodernist architectural expression, but it's not. Shops don't really need windows once they've got you in. They want to keep you in there, don't they? They need the display windows, but there's a Louis Vuitton trunk that's the size of a 5-storey building on the Champs-Elysees. It's a silver trunk with big fastenings and lovely rounded corners with LV all over it. Because it's so shiny silver, it could easily have been glass anyway, a 5-storey facade in the shape of the Louis Vuitton trunk. Now, I'll dispel this illusion for you straight away. Louis Vuitton haven't got that big. There's a queue to go inside, and they keep the queue there to create the allure. The shop windows are good displays, but not amazing. Next door to Louis Vuitton's shop, there's a building site. A big building site, sorry, I don't know what it's going to be, but Louis Vuitton have persuaded them to have their building site clad in sprayed wood with carbon fibre accents. So most of the building is probably aluminium clad, very thin aluminium veneer over plywood, with 3-dimensional add-ons, their characteristic LV letters that are bigger than the size of your suitcase that you're allowed to take on an aeroplane. This wraps around the building a little way. At the top 2 corners and the bottom 2 corners, there's these fiberglass moulded nose cones almost, about the size of a 4-poster bed, which are those corner protectors that they have on the trunks and some of the luggage. Then within those, and some of the trim around the edges, there's these 3-dimensional studs that are 300mm, 450mm perhaps in diameter, more than a foot wide, and about half that deep. These semicircular studs are just like light sconces really, but they've got the Louis Vuitton logo going round, a very sturdy plastic, that are fixed from a flange on the inside onto the inside of the plywood, so they can't be taken as souvenirs. The regular pattern of the LV are rather securely fixed and a little bit high that you'd need a ladder on the Champs-Elysees to drunkenly claim one of them as a trophy, like American teenagers seem to have in their bedrooms of yesteryear of a street sign or something, road sign, in films, in the movies. But in addition to these fiberglass corner protection nose cones, there's also the clasps Similar sort of fiberglass setup when you get close, but from a distance, these huge trunk clasps, 2 or 3 of them along the top, most like a golden section line horizontally, and then on that line there is what looks exactly like a trunk clasp, but it's just huge, bigger than the size of a double bed, and it's made out of fiberglass, one solid piece, and fixed to the hoarding. This whole building design that on first appearances looks like Louis Vuitton have spent a fortune on negotiation and persuasion, and a fortune on detailed design, and made a building in the shape of a permanent building in the shape of their famous expensive travel trunk, piece of luggage. But it's all superficial window dressing, it's all just a facade. False and very convincing from the other side of the road, and a stylish solution nonetheless. It's impressive up close and touching it. The level of detail is something to be admired. The more complex fiberglass shape to form is a little bit less so, some of the rounded edges as the metal goes into what would be its housing that it spins round with, the rounded edges so that you can get out of the mould more easily. There is no void that the metal disappears into. You can tell even from 4 stories up, but all the same, it's worth seeing. So many people taking photos. But the queue to get into Louis Vuitton, what is that all about really? Yes, they keep it there permanently, with very few people being allowed in the shop, so that it doesn't come across as a supermarket, so things don't get damaged, so things don't get stolen. But so many of the people queuing up to go in come out looking disappointed. Why do they look disappointed? Well,
Je me baladais sur l'avenue, le cœur ouvert à l'inconnu.
Why do they look disappointed? Well, I think it's bound to be that copyright thing again. America again. Europe, not so bothered quite that art is produced for the love and the need of expression. America, everything must be commoditised, copyrighted and protected by expensive lawyers. All holiday resorts, and Paris is no exception, have street hawkers, usually African street hawkers, selling what are fake products. Now, people buy these fake products, give them to their friend or relative, and don't necessarily let on, or find it awkward to let on when they're so gushing with gratitude. These people go in and look at their Louis Vuitton product in the Louis Vuitton shop and realise that it is a fake. It's really quite different. They ask the shop assistant confirms that it's not a new model, it's always been like that. You can see we've got the whole array from start of known human history of handbags, and they come out disappointed, sort of silently fuming almost, fuming at themselves for being so daft. And then of course there's the dreamers that just aren't really going to afford it unless they sell a child or something, or decide to go homeless and live in a trunk. People do live on building sites and vacate when day shift comes round. There are cafes
Hier soir, 2 inconnus, et ce matin sur l'avenue.
on the Elysees, not very many these days. But perhaps it's going to be a Louis Vuitton.
2 amoureux tout étourdis par la longue nuit et de l'étoile.
Hotel with a cafe underneath. Be good.
La Concorde, un orchestre a mis le corps, tous les oiseaux du point du jour.
That's what the world needs, more shops, more
Chante l'amour.
Consumerism, more fashion, a la mode, destroying the planet with its temporary, fickle nature. Louis Vuitton, however, are quite constant in their design. They don't actually change very much, and certainly not from season to season, are they? They're quite consistent. So, of all the Champs-Élysées boutiques, perhaps Louis Vuitton is the least offensive to the environment. To my mind, it's rather offensive to the pocket, to the bank balance, but I can recognise that there is craftsmanship in it. While France
Je me baladais sur l'avenue, le cœur ouvert à l'inconnu. J'avais envie de dire bonjour à n'importe qui. N'importe qui, ce fut toi, je t'ai dit n'importe quoi. Il suffisait de te parler pour t'apprivoiser.
Is known for its haute couture, Paris Fashion Week. It is also known for its design classics, you would say. To buy a good quality, expensive piece of clothing, that should last you, rather than a near instant copy of the latest thing that will be de rigueur this season, but you're looking slightly old and tired next. To wear that attention-grabbing, focus-seeking passion the one year, and then again the next summer, you look either poor or very disconnected, and really not in vogue. My charity shop pieces are not being 18 anymore. I tend to look more like I'm trying to do a revival. Yes, what I'm wearing is so ironically retro. I do occasionally flick through those high fashion magazines. The clothes that I'm wearing, boy, they're not causing any public scenes. Apart from those linen trousers when I don't wear any pants underneath. The breeze of a linen shirt with no bra, it's just enlivening. I know that there will always be people that want to have a new shirt and a new dress to wear out every Saturday night because they go out every Friday or Saturday night. And you need to be wearing the new thing, and you need to be seen to be high maintenance, or no one will love you and finance your dream. Pay your oversized luggage costs for taking your Louis Vuitton from Paris to London on your trip for the weekend. Just to get away. To the Champs-Elysees, to the Champs-Elysees. In the sun, in the rain, at noon or midnight, there is everything you want. To the Champs-Elysees. You told me I have an appointment in a quarter of an hour with crazy people who live with guitar in hand from evening to morning. So I accompanied you. We sang, we danced, and we didn't even think to kiss. To the Champs-Elysees. To the Champs-Elysees. In the sun, in the rain, at noon or midnight, there is everything you want. To the Champs-Elysees, to the Champs-Elysees, to the Champs-Elysees. In the sun, in the rain, noon or midnight, there is everything you want. We didn't even think to kiss. There was so much shopping to be had, you see. To the Champs-Elysees. To the Champs-Elysees. In the sun, in the rain, at noon or midnight, there is everything you want. To the Champs-Elysees. I was walking on the avenue, the heart open to the unknown. I wanted to say hello to anyone, and it was you. I told you anything. I just had to talk to you, to tame you. To the Champs-Elysees, to the Champs-Elysees. In the sun, in the rain, at noon or midnight, there is everything you want. To the Champs-Elysees. You told me I have an appointment in a quarter of an hour with crazy people who live with guitar in hand from evening to morning. So I accompanied you. We sang, we danced, and we didn't even think to kiss. To the Champs-Elysees.
Aux Champs-Élysées.
Il y a tout ce que vous voulez aux Champs-Élysées.